What's happening, guys, and welcome back to Chernobyl Series 2. So it's our first full day and we are going back to Chernobyl. Got a lot of planned for you guys today. I want to go back and show you guys what it's like since the HBO series and how busy and how many people are actually going to be in Chernobyl. Because if you guys can remember the first time that we went, there wasn't that many people there. And since the HBO series aired on Sky, so many people have been coming back. I've just been talking to Igor, the tour guide, and he's been saying there's so many people, about 40% in tourism it has gone up by since the HBO series. In this series, guys, I'm going to give you a full tour of the accommodation and everything Solar East give you with the package that you get. So guys, let's go and explore Chernobyl. Right, so explorers, we are at our first checkpoint now. As you can remember from my first series, we were at this monument. I don't think I actually showed you last time. I don't know if it's in English. I can't really remember what this monument is for. But it's definitely a religious monument, and as you can see, people have put money, some sort of like money down onto the floor. Also guys, I've just bought myself a full body protection suit. So you guys already know what is happening in this series. We are going to be showing you stuff that not a lot of people have seen, and not a lot of people have been down for a very long time. So it's going to be good, it's going to be good. So guys, just stay tuned. We're waiting for Igor, our tour guide now, to fill out some paperwork that we've got to sign, which lets us go into Chernobyl, gets us past the first checkpoint. Also, I'm going to be telling you some home truths as well later on, stuff that the internet say that isn't actually true. So you're going to be finding out the truth in this series. We are joined today by one of my buddies, Luke Dennis. Now this is your first time in Chernobyl, yeah?
It is, and there's our full suit.
And this is our full suit, guys.
It cost us 400.
Yeah, it cost us an arm and a leg, to be honest with you. But it's going to allow us access into places that not a lot of people can go into without it. So, yeah. Right, we're going to wait for Igor now, and I'll carry on filming afterwards. See you in a bit. Right, so guys, we have now made it through our first checkpoint and we are in the town of Chernobyl. What we're going to do now is we're going to go into a canteen, and there's a restaurant on top, and this is where the workers will come at the power plant to like eat their food basically. So yeah, as you can see behind us, this is the town of Chernobyl, and behind us here, this is the canteen and restaurant where we're going to go into now and see if there's anybody in there to talk to. Also, our tour guide for today is Igor. You've probably seen him all over YouTube as well. Local celebrity really, aren't you?
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen. So guys, the name of this canteen, as you can see up there, is translated as Pripyat. So this is where all the workers would come to get their food. Yeah, that's what it is, man. We're going to go in now.
The workers come here for food. They have to be checked in case of contamination. There are some scanners.
Ah, I got you, okay. So yeah guys, once the workers have finished their shift and they come in here to have their food, obviously they need to be checked for radiation. So as you remember from the first series, when we left Pripyat, we had to be tested in one of these to see how radioactive we were. Luckily we wasn't. How radioactive do you reckon we are now? No. No. No, not yet. That made you jump a bit then, didn't it?
Come.
What's it beeping?
This means you're already contaminated.
Oh no. Guys, I'm already contaminated. I've only been here 5 minutes.
I guess, you know, when when it is off now, right?
Okay.
When they turn it on, it is testing itself, you know. So each scanner has 14 detectors and special display, which can shows us.
So I'm guessing whatever flashes is where the.
This is left shoes, right shoes, left hand, right hand.
Okay, got you. And
How does it go? Back?
backside.
Backside?
Arse.
I know. I know only us.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's correctly to say S.
Yes. Have you ever had anybody on a tour fail?
Yes, maybe 5 times during 10 years.
Yeah?
And all these cases, the shoes were contaminated.
Right, so guys, we've come into our first grocery store, and as you can see down here, we have got some Chernobyl apples. They're not really, guys, they're watermelons, but I think that's like a running joke that the apples grow so big out here. And yeah, and as you can see, they sell near enough everything that you need. They've got juice, and this is the good part. This is the best section. Look at all of this alcohol. Oh, and fish.
Fish, smoked cheese.
Where does the fish come from then? Is it?
They say from outside. They say.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome to Ukraine.
Yeah. Welcome
They
to
say
you.
from outside.
Now behind us, this is the bar. This is where you drink. Something that I've learned today, guys, is people in Chernobyl are only allowed to drink for 2 hours. Alcohol is served from 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. So they've only got 2 hours to drink. So you can imagine all the workers would come over here and just drink as much as they can in 2 hours. I'll tell you, I would be literally wobbling home. I'm not quite sure where we are, but Igor said there's something quite interesting to be shown here. So we've stopped, we've got out the car. So yeah, let's see where Igor is going to take us. Hopefully somewhere pretty cool. Right, this sign here, as we walk down to our first stop, says shooting range. So the guards, they have their own shooting range in this direction where they practice their shooting. Hopefully their shooting isn't on point today if they need it. But yeah, this is where we're going now, guys. So Igor has told us what the surprise is. We are going to an abandoned village called Ilo?
Something like that, yes.
Lelyu. So it's hard for me to pronounce the words. So it's the same name as the shooting range and the second checkpoint. So this village has the same name. So yeah, this is the first time Igor's been here for 10 years. So it's going to be interesting for him to see what this place is like. As you can see, guys, we are just entering the village. So we've got buildings on the right, we've got like little buildings on the left. Now apparently the population, we're not 100% sure yet, is about 1,000 people that lived in this tiny little village that we're going to show you guys now. But we would tell you guys exactly how many when we leave, because there's signs that tell you how many people used to live here before the disaster. Right, let's make our way through all the vegetation, guys, all the trees. Now the first building that we're going to show you is a bank and a post office of this little village. Let's see what it's like inside.
So you see a mailbox.
Yep.
And on a green sign says Governmental Bank of Soviet Union. CCCP means USSR.
Okay.
Is the department and number of this department. Only one bank.
Guys, on the side of this building, letterbox. The blue sign is saying that this place is a post office. The green sign is saying that this is a bank as well. As you can see, guys, you can tell a lot of people have not been around this area. There's no path, there's no trodden in, but all you can see here is where an animal has walked through and it's like pushed down the grass. Do you know what kind of animal? Like a deer or?
Yes, two-headed deer.
Guys, as you're going to find out in this series, Igor is a bit of a joker. He's a bit of a comedian.
So we have president comedian, you know. What do you want to have from guides? Our president is comedian, you know.
Yeah.
Yes. You know that.
Yeah.
So everyone in Ukraine must be comedian as well.
Got to.
Get in and try to guess what is this.
Right, okay. You heard that. I've got to go inside this building, guys, and tell Igor what I think this would have been. Straight away, I would say a school. Yeah. Correct. I got the thumbs up by Igor.
You can play lottery. You can guess.
Yeah. So yeah, look at this. So everything you can see on the walls of this school, guys, is about the war. And up here, what we would call the Great World War II, they call it Great Patriotic War. Now a lot of this is all propaganda that brainwashes like the young kids into believing things that isn't actually happening, which is a shame. I mean, to brainwash people of that age, they grow up believing a lot of the stuff that is happening, when a lot of it is a load of rubbish. But yeah, on the floor as well, you can see all the books that the kids would have used to read. So guys, this book that Igor's got, that he's just flicking through now, is a book which would prepare the students for a next like war or something. Or...
How to build bomb shelters.
Okay.
You see?
Bomb shelter, underground bunker, yeah. Bloody hell. It's fascinating, some of the stuff that they were taught.
And here you can see where power plants and nuclear power plants. So this is nuclear power plant, this is hydro.
Okay.
Hydropower. So Kiev and Chernobyl nuclear power plant here. This is Ukraine.
So how many
nuclear power plant.
nuclear power plants is there in the...
At that time, Soviet Union had 9 nuclear power plants.
9 nuclear power plants the Soviet Union had.
But, yes, but all of them produced maximum 11% of all
Soviet Union electricity. Okay, I've got you. So all of these are...
towns and nuclear power plant.
Okay.
And, so this is Novovoronezhsk nuclear power plant and just power stations.
What you can see on this map are little towns, power stations that the Soviet Union would have had, and this whole map is of the Soviet Union. So guys, I'm feeling very privileged now to be in this school, because as Igor said, he's worked as a tour guide for 10 years, and this is only the 3rd time he has actually been in this school. So not a lot of tourists have actually been here. So what you are seeing now, there isn't a lot of photos or anything about this place, so yeah, it's amazing. But we're going to carry on. I'm going to guess this is a toilet, yeah?
Take a look.
Oh.
It's like yesterday people left.
Oh wow.
Not like yesterday, it's so many dust. So much dust.
Wow, this is incredible. Right, so we're coming in to one of the classrooms, guys. And as you can see, a lot of the machinery and stuff is still here on the tables. So you've got yourself an old record, a book, cylinder engine there, guys. So I'm guessing this is definitely some sort of like maybe engineering classroom.
Yeah, they were trying to create. It seems like they're making electricity through water.
Oh, was they? Science then?
Yeah. Science classroom.
Yeah,
Physics.
yeah. So we just found out this is a science classroom. So this paper that you are looking at now was a paper that was published in 1986. What did you say? Three months before the
Yes,
3 months before the disaster.
This is 5 weeks before, 8th of March.
Okay, and the 8th of March, this one, which was 3 weeks before the disaster.
5 weeks.
5 weeks before the disaster. Sorry. So one sign of showing you guys that a lot of people haven't been here is just how much stuff is just left behind. I mean, when you go to Pripyat and stuff, I mean, there are stuff left behind in the actual city. But when you come to a little village which is just outside, that a lot of people haven't been to, then you are going to see a lot more, as you can see in this one classroom. I mean, it's like people literally got up and left. Now, I know I say that a lot in my videos, but this school that we're in now is like that. It's just like going back through time with just a little bit more dust. Yeah, amazing, absolutely. I'm a bit speechless, to be honest with you. Right, classroom number 2. As you can see, we've got the blackboard. Is it a blackboard? I'm not quite sure. Yeah, the blackboard where the teacher would write everything she needs to write. But as you can see, this one room has got about 6 photos or paintings of Lenin, who was the leader of the Soviet Union. Now, he was a god. People used to worship him, and he was like the father as well of the Soviet Union. And look, there's one there. There's another one. And I mean, most of the schools around this area would have been taught to worship him, and everybody would think he's a good bloke, but as people found out later on, he wasn't as good as what people thought he was. Classroom number 3. Wow. Right, so this classroom, as you can see, has all the desks still in here. There isn't much paperwork or anything, or like belongings, it's just literally all the tables. Now, as you can see, all the tables are exactly the same. And on the walls in the back, you can see, well, I can't see because it's quite dark in there. Like, I don't know, it might be more propaganda up on the walls. So guys, as you can see on the floor here, there is the Soviet Union symbol, but there's 15 different republics. So over here we have the Russian Soviet Union symbol. Where's the Belarus one, do you say?
Here.
And this one here is Belarus. So each country has the same symbol, so you've got the hammer and the sickle, but behind it would be slightly different. So yeah, 15 of them. And each one of them would have had a different design for that republic. And again, on the wall, I probably don't even have to say it, because you probably already know who that is. That is Lenin. And over here, I'll give you guys in the comments 11 points if you can guess who that is. Again, that is Lenin. Communist in the future, guys, standing right next to him. So guys, on this table, we have like posters. And as you can see, you can just see them. There's no dust or anything on them. They're literally, it's like they've just been left there. And again, it is propaganda showing people how strong this country is. Like with the missile, you can see the missile there. We've got some sort of radar system, ships as well. So basically, it's just telling people who read this how strong this country is. Don't mess with this country will destroy you. Everything near enough in this school is propaganda, 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 and propaganda. This is the first classroom that I've come to where the decay is literally taking it over. As you can see, the floor has completely caved in. The desks are almost falling through the floor as well. Oh, and the roof. Check the ceiling out. The ceiling is damp. The damp is taking over. The roof has fallen through. I don't even have to tell you guys what this classroom is, because a lot of you can probably read what that is up on the wall. It is all in English. This classroom would have been an English classroom. So, almost falling over. You've got to watch where you're going in this room. So if I come closer, yeah, as you can see, study our law, Constitution, fundamental law of the USSR. And then over here is a map of our country, the United Kingdom. Now, if you guys didn't know, the worst affected area in the United Kingdom from the radiation was actually Wales. That was contaminated. Not terribly, but apparently the farmers were finding some of their sheep, like, with radiation in them. I don't know how true that is, but that's just something that I read. The same style desks in the classroom as well. You can see how long they've been left there, basically, with the decay that you can see on top of the desks. And again, like every other classroom in this place, we've got the old chalkboard at the front where the teacher would write out all the English for the students to learn. then down there, on the floor, we have a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, basically telling the students our language and the days, and how to tell the time, the months. Yeah. And all the paperwork and all the books that was used by the students in this place have just been left on the floor, just to basically rot and decay, disappear. Right, hopefully guys you can see this, because I've left my torch in the car like an absolute amateur. But again, this is another science lesson. As you can see, the old atom thing on the table over there. What else have we got? I'm not quite sure what these are.
Some kind of like a projector.
A projector, yeah. Okay, so yeah. Just found out this would have been a projector. Maybe to put some scientific stuff on the light, and it would project onto the wall somewhere. But yeah, as you can see, there's animal bones in there. More animal bones and animal teeth. Chemicals and stuff, yeah. Scientific chemicals, guys, would have been in there. I'm not going to touch it. I don't know what that is, but yeah, I mean, there is Ukrainian words on there. So I'm guessing this stuff here would have been what that means inside the cupboard. And when you come down to the front of the classroom, what we've got is like test tubes, and there's actually some film here. Some like camera film. And again, some more scientific chemicals inside that cupboard and on the desk. Geography classroom. As you can see, there's maps all on the tables, and maps, there's just maps everywhere. Here is another map.
Compass.
And on the ceiling of this classroom, we've got a giant compass. And then I saw down there, on this desk here, it's like different rocks and different like stones and stuff. And maybe where they come from in the world or stuff like that. So yeah guys, geography classroom. Carry on. Right, so we've just left the main school, the school that I was just showing you, and we've walked across and we've come to a kindergarten now. Well, I'm hoping my battery stays alive, because I didn't realise that this little village that we're exploring was so big. Oh wow. Okay guys, this is pretty amazing. We've got all the toys in this room that the kids were playing with. Down here we have a doll. I've got to admit, that is a creepy looking doll.
You wait till you see that one.
Yeah? And some sort of bed. Oh my days, check this out. I knew this place was haunted. This doll is moving, guys. Hang on, there's got to be someone on the other side, surely. Oh yeah. So, explorers. I did ask Igor if he could show us an abandoned train, because there's supposed to be abandoned trains around here. And this is it. Unfortunately, this is all you're getting. But, I mean, when I come to places like this, I just imagine in my head, like, what this place would have been like back in its time. All the kids in there playing, not knowing what is just about to happen. I mean, it's quite sad, actually, when you think about it. It's like, you should remember places like this as a happy time, but when you come into a place, when it's left with the decay like this, you can't help but think of like sad times, you know, because it just looks very sad and just neglected. But yeah, I mean, check these dolls out. All these, they all seem to have the same colour hair as well. And this room here, guys, this stores all the beds that the children would have slept on. Quite a few of them as well. So yeah, explorers, this is the abandoned nursery explored now. Right, so explorers, that's the end of the first episode, and that was pretty amazing, exploring Leliv, the abandoned little village outside. As I said before, not a lot of people have actually been there. There's no footpaths or anything, as you see when loads of people have been there. But what we're doing now is we're going to a village that was actually buried under the ground because of the contamination. Watch that in the next episode. I'll speak to you guys later. Peace. But there it is. Just over those trees is reactor number 5, the reactor that never got finished. We've got to sneak our way in and hopefully we can get into reactor number 5. How incredible would that be? Top of reactor number 5. Just looking over at reactor number 4. And it's actually quite breathtaking. Now this tank was used to clean the most contaminated areas of Chernobyl and was actually used to help cut down the red forest.
1.5 millisieverts or 1500. You see Pripyat road sign? No any trees, no any forest, because he buried red forest. He is liquidated.
Yes, December 1860.
So explorers, that guy that we just met behind us was actually one of the liquidators in 1986, and what he did, he helped bury the red forest. What we are about to do is probably one of the most dangerous things I have ever done. We are going into the basement of Pripyat Hospital. Now this is highly radioactive. I do not encourage anybody to go into this basement. We're doing it so you guys don't have to.